As we all know, the Osu mapping scene is already a dumpster fire, where maps are going to get disqualified left and right. We had the whole issue with Valley of the Quandale a couple months ago, where it got disqualified because they were thinking, oh, it's too repetitive, but then it got freaking ranked again because Valley of the Quandale is a goated map, right? But in this video, I want to talk about this freaking mapping drama that I'm kind of emotionally invested into. I'm kind of pissed off at this, honestly, but I just want to talk about this mapping drama where this map called Bang Bang, called by Green Day, it's like a jump aim map. Emmerich is trying to play this for 2000 PP chokes, and he's just going God mode on this, right? A lot of people, we've been seeing a lot of speed maps lately being ranked in Osu game, not a lot of aim maps, and we finally have some breathing room for the aim players here with map like Bang Bang here getting ranked. Like, it's the highest top diff on it is 8.88 stars. Like, it's just pretty crazy. We're going to be pushing skill cap if this aim map is going to change the aim scene if this map comes out, and a lot of people are going to be quite happy if this. They're looking forward to this map getting ranked because we've been seeing such a speed meta now that we want some aim maps just to mix it up a bit and just make things a bit more exciting. But basically what happened in terms of this drama is that it was about to get ranked, right? It was in the qualified stage, it was cooking a little bit, and right before it was about to get ranked, right before Emmerich was about to hop on and start twerking on 2k PPs, the map got vetoed. And what vetoing is in Osu games, guys do not know what it is essentially when a beat map nominator, they can look at the map and be like, okay, I don't like this part about it, and they can essentially say this map is not going to get ranked anymore. So obviously all the players that are expecting this map to get ranked with all of their own agendas here, like Emmerich wanted to get 2k PPs and aim players want to get aim plays, these guys, their whole expectations are just ruined, and obviously the whole community is fucking pissed off, right? There's all the Reddit posts where people are like saying this got vetoed, and post about Emmerich here where how does this affect Emmerich's legacy, and Emmerich doing some moaning in the camera or something if this map gets vetoed, and like all these other crazy things with Bang Bang here, right? And I want to dive deep into why this map even got vetoed and just want to give my thoughts on the whole situation here, because I think it's really fucking stupid on why it got vetoed, right? That's kind of just the whole situation with a lot of maps. But basically it got vetoed by this person named Saggin. He's a beat map nominator and he's from Hong Kong, and this guy, when he woke up to write this veto post, I'm assuming that just like his name, his balls were sagging or something. Like, he woke up, he had some saggy ass balls, maybe he had some saggy boobs or something. I don't know what the frick is going on with this guy, but he had a very sagging mindset, and basically he wrote this whole ass post with a shit ton of dislikes on this. Like, this vote to dislike to dislike ratio is probably worse than the Osu is a waste of time video. Like, it is just absolutely insane, where basically he says in here, hello, I am sorry to say, but I believe the current state of this map is not suitable for rank due to following points. So this is for the top difficulty of the map, where it's 8.88 stars, which is a pretty rare star rating to see in ranked maps nowadays. But basically he goes on some more patterns lacking of variety, and he shows some timestamps where I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of patterns, and there's just some more. I'm assuming that I haven't really played the map before, but I'm assuming that it's like repetitive patterns. And then he goes on to say the map really does feel like there are only 2 or 3 circular and back and forth movement repeating over and over no matter how the song is going, and is not really representing the song well. Pattern being generally overspaced. My main concern about this point of this map is it feels like a full screen jump spam more than actually representing the song, and I believe that the song is not really necessary to have such high spacing. Weaker parts like timestamps, etc., it feels really unnecessary to have high spacing jump even if there are some stronger drum sounds there. It also brings contrast issues compared to the really strong ones like timestamps, since they feel rarely different. Chorus section is the biggest issue about this map. The spacing have literally nothing to do with song other than spamming full screen jumps everywhere, timestamps, etc. Everything is being the same when the song is obviously having its different intensity. At the point I mentioned, I believe the map is not ready for ranked until further improvements. And then we see some comments on this where everybody's obviously pissed off, right? This is the whole reason why it got vetoed. And this person, I agree with this guy's point where he says, regarding the last point, it has massive spacing because this section is by far the most intense part in the whole song, which makes sense, right? If you have a crazy part of a song where it's just like the beat drops or some shit, I don't know, like Green Day Bang Bang, maybe he's like banging all of the bangs, he's banging all the moms, and he's gonna put a crazy part in the map, right? That's essentially what's going to be happening. So of course there's going to be massive spacing. But basically this guy's main complaint with this map, I personally have not played it, but just to extract what he's saying here, it seems that one of them is that the patterns are very overspaced, and that the pattern movements are just very repetitive. Like that, I think that's the main takes that it seems like Saggin is giving here. And from what I've seen scene, like, again, I haven't really played the map. I'm not really trying to hop on and play this map. The only rhetoric that I can give about this map, like, I haven't played it, so I can't comment if it's actually that repetitive, but I want to say that a map like this, it is the highest star rating, 8.88 stars. Of course it's going to be space as heck. Like, if we have maps like the Season on a Hero map is a 9-star jump map, like, I guess you could say that map is over space as heck. The jumps are all over the place. It's a jump spam. Like, how else are you going to map a freaking high star jump map unless you make it a whole jump spam map? Like, I don't understand this guy's point here. I think it's freaking stupid. And then there was some lashback by Wafer here, which is essentially a beat map nominator. Wafer is known for being a pretty goofy mapper where they map like really insane songs. Like, these songs, like, I wouldn't even call them music really. Like, just based off my own music taste, I think they're quite absurd to listen to, and that's also the opinion of a lot of Osu players. But Wafer's just known for mapping really goofy songs and getting a lot of goofy things getting mapped. So when Wafer came in and gave their opinion on this whole situation and said, guys, I think this map is actually a good thing, people were thinking, oh my gosh, if Wafer is given the beat map nomination, then this map is going to get ranked, because Wafer maps, like, a lot of people don't like them, but they always somehow get through. So they're thinking a map like Bang Bang, maybe they'll get through if Wafer gives their opinion here. But basically, Wafer said in this post, the map works because there is a spread to justify the difficulties getting harder. Having comp parts be large space helps make the map not be like 3-star in the comp parts and then 9 stars in the intense parts. Even then, the common parts have less spacing and density in the intense parts, which provides contrast. The issue I think you have is, yeah, you think the map is overmapped, but that's totally fine because there's still contrast in the spread to support the overmapping. It's why stuff like Zeroa or Deadly Force or Flame Wall work. You can justify overmapping by having contrast existent in the map and the spread. In addition, I disagree with the lack of unique patterning. Sure, a lot of it is vertical up and downs, but there is stuff like timestamp, which represents the vocals, or the repeated patterning here for the repeating drums. So what it seems like from Wafer, I think it's quite a W take. Again, I haven't played the map, but just my own impression from seeing the map's difficulty and all that. Like, it makes sense what Wafer's saying here. So I really like Wafer's take. And you guys would probably think that Wafer's giving their W take and Osu game is going to be saved by Wafer and Bang Bang is going to get ranked. But no, the map actually ended up getting vetoed by Saggin here, where they said, sorry, but vetoing because of their post. And then Wafer essentially replies to that, because Wafer originally replied to the veto reasoning or saying why it can't even get ranked. And Wafer said, more discussion would have been nice, or an explanation on your thoughts addressing the replies. This is an astonishingly poorly executed veto. Please elaborate on anything before just jumping to vetoes. And then all the other people saying, I second Wafer on this. Very mature of you, sticking fingers into your ears, saying la la la, you can't convince me if you don't get a warning for this. So it just seems like, from my perspective on this whole situation, Saggin is given their perspective on why this map can't get ranked. Like, it's fine to share your opinion on this, right? Especially if you're a beat map nominator, but I really do think that the issue here is that they don't reply to the criticism and the feedback that Wafer gave to Saggin, because obviously beatmap nominators, like, everyone's gonna have their own different opinions, but they should have a normal conversation and talk it out and be like, okay, maybe we agree on this and maybe we should disagree on this, and then they could eventually end up in a greater resolution on the whole situation with the map here. But no, this person just said, no, fuck you, I'm just gonna veto it anyways, I don't care about your feedback. So obviously I think that's a very rude and disrespectful thing from Saggin here. But besides that, I also want to give my whole take on this whole mapping scene and just this map situation in general. So it just seems like in the mapping scene in general, I feel like lately in mapping in Osu game, there's just a lot of emphasis on treating mapping like an art form and not really making maps that are fun. Like, obviously it is the best if they combine both of those aspects of making the map an art form and also making the map fun. But I feel like some of these players, they just make the map like an art form, like saying that this is some modern art thing like Wafer's doing here, but they don't actually make the maps that fun. Like, I feel like that's kind of the dichotomy that's being made right here in Osu game with the mappers here, where they have to mix between having a fun map and an art form map. Like, I feel like lately it's just a bit more on the art form map in terms of the mapping community, where people are really putting this emphasis of, no, you can't map it like this because I disagree with this and I think you should actually put it like this. Like, I think it's so stupid, this whole disagreement. I feel like at the end of the day, what is the whole point of Osu game and creating these maps and even playing them? It's for fun. It's clicking circles, listen to the music. That's the whole point of Osu game. It's fun, right? But then now they're kind of spinning it up and making it a little less fun and having these arguments and saying, no, all these maps here, it actually has to be an art form and you have to make it like this type of slider. You got to do this type of equation. Like, I don't know what's going on with the Osu mapping scene. It's just an absolute dumpster fire. And from my own perspective, like, I really think we should just be focusing on the fun aspect here. And as we can see from Bang Bang, like, I do think, like, I saw an Emmerich clip on it, like, in terms of DT, like, the map looks fun. It's just jumps all over the place. You're going to be twerking on the maps and aiming the tablet all over the place, going cross screen jumps. Like, it looks very fun to play, but then all the other players, they're gonna be like, actually that is a jump spam map, and I don't think it should be like that because it gets repetitive here and there. Like, these people like Saggin here are gonna have their bad opinions about it and be like, yeah, this map should get disqualified because of that, and eventually veto it like this. Like, at the end of the day, Osu game, the maps and just playing them, it's just fun. But now these people that have these art form perspectives and saying no, mapping should be an art form, and no, I think it should be like this, and these patterns are too repetitive, and the map doesn't represent the song. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. It's supposed to be a fun game. It's not that deep, and you don't have to make it like an art form, go whole Picasso mode, going to Da Vinci, Leonardo, having to go into the Mona Lisa and drawing up all the sliders and shit. Like, I just think it's so stupid and retarded on this part. Like, seriously, these maps, I think Bang Bang's current state, they probably should have just ranked it anyways, but the fact that this person just came in and just vetoed it, I think is quite infuriating for the people that are looking forward to Bang Bang. I personally haven't played the map again. I want to emphasis on that, but I just want to say that from my own perspective and what I've been hearing from all the mappers lately, we really got to just chill, just play the game, and just, it's for fun, these maps, right? You don't have to make everything an art form. You don't have to criticize every aspect of it. Like, I know these mappers can get really stuck in their own head and go into their own echo chambers on what's right and wrong. Dude, you have to conversate with the other people, like Saggin here. He's not even conversating with Wafer. Like, you got to have the conversations if you're going to treat it like an art form like this and not just veto it. But at the end of the day, you got to keep in mind the number one aspect for the customers of the Osu game players, where the maps are supposed to be fun. It doesn't have to be a fucking art form. But that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. This whole mapping drama, I'm kind of emotionally invested to it, and I was going to talk about it, and I was just going to be like, okay, well, it's just another mapping drama. But honestly, after reading what Saggin is saying here, I'm just honestly pissed off, and I just want to get my opinions on this because I think it's freaking stupid. But that's pretty much all I want to say in this video, and I hope the mapping scene gets better. Maybe somebody watches this and they're thinking, oh, Cap Nor, maybe his takes are valid. I don't know. That's pretty much all I want to say, though. I'll see you guys.